Hey everybody, this is Asher, and we're back with Dyson Sphere Program, where you can see I have scaled up quite a bit here. One of the things that I kind of ran into, and we will look at this here right now, is that it takes a lot longer for these things to charge than it does for them to not charge, especially when I don't have them set to charge. So we have our gravity matrix available here, but the problem is that we don't actually have the means to produce them yet. So I have kind of BS'd and gone through some other research as well. But the first thing I want to do is kind of throw this on the other end here, because we're finally getting enough of these kind of thrown between stations here. I did increase the power grid here as much as my soil would allow, so getting a little more charging power does help ever so slightly, but of course we're running a bunch of these right now. So we'll have to wait for the next shipment. Let's go ahead and fly back to the home planet while I talk about my plans. If I could actually find which way space is, that would be something. Okay, so the logistics vessels are all coming from over here, which means home planet's behind the home star. That's exciting. So what do we got to do today? We got some nice little research projects here. Most specifically, my number one goal is to get the space warper into place here. And to do that, we're going to need to be making gravity lenses, or graviton lenses, which are half of the equation for the gravity matrix. Now, you've seen me build a lot of quantum chips if you watched this channel before. I'm not too concerned about that. But the graviton wave refractors are going to be important, because we're going to be using those to make some early space warpers, because we need to carry some resources over from other planets. So I do have a lot of hydrogen fuel snacks. That's very exciting, because it's always good when you fly into space to go to snacks. Take snacks. Jebediah Kerman taught me well. We do have some other research we're gonna eventually need to get to. Like, I will need to get green research, but I need to really streamline my production for organic crystals, because one of the things that we are going to run into here as we try to mass produce things is the fact that on this save I don't have access to Icefire yet. And the reason that's going to be a problem is that the things we're going to be building today to try to automate include, where is it? Of course, now I can't find it. We're going to need more chemical plants, because we're actually going to automate production of the miniature particle collider. That takes 10 graphene, but on top of that, to automate that, we're going to need to make production of frame material, which in fact takes these tubes, which I can actually get special resources for that as well, but for now it takes graphene as well. So we are going to be very graphene hungry, especially because my graphene production right now is pretty much eating through everything that I have, or everything that I have in terms of refined oil. So that's very exciting. But the first thing I'm going to do here is, you can see these three are discharging okay. I think I'm going to put like 5 here. We'll see how many fit. Maybe 5 is good enough. I do have 3 available to drop down, so I mean, the goal eventually is to make more, get more. This might be plenty well enough. One thing I am going to do though for sure is to move this up here, and we are going to use these sorters, because I want to be dumping everything evenly into here as best I can. So instead of doing this garbage with the grabbers, now I know I was running into an issue last time where I didn't actually have a lot of grabbers. I don't remember if I rectified that off camera or not. It looks like I did, so that's great. But yeah, what's going on here is that because we only have so many going through, some of them will feed through to the charge stations, but not enough of them will. Sorry for the old man voice crack there. Let's also not forget to set these to discharge. Can I actually cut and paste this? Because that'd be nice. That is nice. That's really nice. Okay. But yeah, all these splitters are going to do is split 50-50. So what that means is that for now, my frontline charge is going to be by far the busiest. But eventually, oh, I can't align these very well. Eventually, we will be feeding all of these. So you can see we have accumulators coming in. And my power grid is not, like, awful right now. Like, it's not ideal. but it would help if we actually fed all these lines. But you see, that's going to be the goal, is that we keep these a little short so that we can actually drop all of these here. So this discharging gets added to the power grid demand here. So that's going to help us run a lot more efficiently, and you can see we have plenty more of these coming through, and we have plenty more of these to drop off. So that is excellent. It's a totally do the Bill and Ted thing here. I should have probably adjusted the logistics station's requirements here, but that's fine. Fun fact, I did end up watching over the weekend Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure 2 with the family, and strangely that movie holds up for as much as it was panned by critics. It's one of those things where it's just like, it's a dumb movie with two dumb lead actors. Obviously Keanu Reeves, known for a lot of things, and he's known for a lot of things back then too, but it's just kind of like, it's not a movie that takes itself seriously, so why are we suddenly taking it seriously? Alright, speaking of things that are not exactly serious, as we have this thing building up here in 18 minutes, so our science production, I do want to check that, since I did talk about that at length last time. Our purple is not great, but it's better, and the rest of these are fantastic. So the fact that I'm getting my research in so fast is more of a reflection of how good I'm doing on other things. So what we are going to have to do here is, let's see, I think I actually dropped off all those harvesters as well, so that's pretty nice. Okay, so probably the best place to start here is to play with a lot of logistics towers, which means I need drones. I was at the right place. Give me drones. Give me shuttles too. This is all fine. And I have some belts, but I'm going to be needing more belts before too long. And I'm still going to be trying to build as much as I can on the equator. Like, this station is just going to be independently operated because it's literally just powering our whole thing. And it's interesting that these are not running. Discharge is red for some reason. Is it because we don't need the power? I don't know. Is it because something's full? Oh, it's because something's full. When you do an inline, you gotta do an outline. My bad. I just said my bad with that total reflex there. So now things are actually working. That's a great thing to catch how many minutes into the stream versus otherwise. So 1, 2, and let's let the drones finish their thing during the autosave. There we go. So we've got a lot of things going back and forth. So hopefully the power issues on the home planet are done without even touching the Dyson Sphere. Alright, so we are absolutely going to need to boost our graphene production, but I do want to get these systems in place first. Now I could actually probably increase the production for my carbon nanotubes pretty easily. So let's go by the purple science area real quick, because I thought I left some room to expand this here, and I did. So that's great. I mean, this little hoppy hole here is not too great. Well, okay, let's see. This is what I left room for expansion for. Room for expansion for the carbon nanotubes is actually a little bit of a problem. What does it take? It's going to take graphene and a conveyor belt. And unfortunately, well, we can do it this way. This is kind of silly. It feels a little silly to do this first, but we're gonna do it first regardless. I could actually run these lines kind of in the middle here and redo all these, but I'm lazy. I actually need more chem plants. We're gonna need a lot of chem plants, so might as well start building more now. All right. So, to bees, or not to bees. So put you right here. 3, 4. We could probably do 5, and just, if things get really bad, we can just keep extending the line this way. That seems fine. It's a shame I haven't automated the power station, the auto power stations yet. But We'll get there when we get there. It's all good in the neighborhood today, I hope. Okay, how are we going to bullshit this? Maybe we put this line on the outside, put this one on the inside like I was originally planning. That way we don't have to worry about hopping over anything. Then put another one over here. And that should double the production of these, because we are going to need to produce more of these. Like I said, the next challenge is going to be dealing with graphene. So, copy, paste, 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 paste. And eventually I will be able to do this with a far more efficient resource, but honestly, in the grand scheme of things, production of these, at least for the time being, is a lower priority than like organic crystals. Which, once again, that's where all of my petroleum production's going. And once I can get off system, I won't have to worry about that anymore, even if it means I have to make a few trips back and forth, which is fine. Not the first time we've done that on this stream. Alright, so that's doubled up and potentially room for more expansion. Do we have more presents to drop off here? Just 60. We're going to try to do our homework every time we go by here and just grab these, dump them off. We want the system to be automated as AF. Alright. So we have these here. Now, first thing is first. We are going to automate making the little cubes here, because these cubes are actually required for the other thing. So we need a tiny tower, and that tower, well, yeah, it's going to be a little weird, but we'll make it a tiny tower. We'll need one tiny tower and one large tower, because this is going to take 5. And we're going to pass through the frame materials, because eventually this is going to be passive production from miniature particle colliders, as crazy as that sounds. And when we do that, we won't have to worry about things like that backs up. We'll be able to supply those for other places. So let's put in all the soil here. We actually don't have a ton of soil to work with. That's a little annoying. All right, tower time. This will be fun. It's always fun when you just add towers and you forget what materials you need to build things here. So frame material, tubies, lumpies, and platies. Which is going to be cute, because I think if we do it this way, we actually need to set up one of the towers to be distributing this crap here. Right, tubes, plates, and God, I always just forgot the other thing was titanium alloy. We don't want a ton. We just want enough. Maybe we want a little. Maybe we want a little more than this, though. It's gonna really depend. But yeah, what we're running into right now, first off, is that we don't have demand set. So this is a great way to see, because things will be bringing stuff over even if we don't have it set up. So all 3 of these are currently set up to be distributed. That's fantastic. We can put probably 38 drones here. That seems fun. And once again, we won't end up needing. We're gonna put 3 of these on production for now, but we are definitely gonna make this expandable. All right, so 1, 2, and 3. With the knowledge and understanding that graphene is going to be an issue as I set up more of this crap. Let's go ahead and connect this here. Alright, so you are making frames. We're going to need a lot of frames. A lot of frames. But the nice thing is that we can always produce them here and ship them off to another castle. So how close can we put this tower? Because I learned the unfortunate lesson that you can't just stack towers on top of each other. And it looks like we're gonna have to put it here. That's fine. Could have maybe done that a little better, but I'll live.
You have established an interstellar large.
Yes, thank you. Alright, so all we're going to do here, just for the moment, is drop this off. If the game would just cooperate with me. Alright, and this is going to be storage for these, local supply, remote supply. And we're just going to do unlimited on that. So building materials for the particle collider. It's kind of weird how everything moves around. So I have to think about it. So we need more crap, graphene, and chips. Alright. Alright, so there's our 5 materials right there. So easy. So, local demand. We don't need 10,000 of these. We probably don't even need 300. I hate asking for so many of these here, but we're just going to ask for 200 and say local demand. And it's funny because our resources are being kind of tug-of-warred everywhere right now. Local demand and local demand. So logistics towers are super exciting. We're going to put 50 in here just because we're going to be shipping these out eventually. Alright, so our charging might be okay there, but we're getting supplies ever so slowly. So that's adequate. Not great when we're running a low on belts. So our little electromagnetic things are not going to be very happy in just a minute. But here's frame material, which is a totally important and necessary thing. We'll put you in here. Now, the very important step for this is as follows. We want to make one thing right here. We are literally using a big logistics tower to make a little thing. As dumb as that is, and it's pretty dumb. Alright. But what am I if not a moron? So, we're just going to make the shortest belt be the frame material that we don't want to use too much of. Make the next shortest belt these things that we don't want to use too much of. Then make another belt over here. Because once again, I'm passively building this, so we don't need to like reinvent the wheel here, but we do need to feed 5 lines. Technically, since I'm passively building this, if I was smarter, I could use worse belts, but I'm not that smart. So graphene, this thing, and chippies. Alright, so particle colliders. We will have them eventually. We are going to run out of graphene though, so that's something to be prepared for. And I don't really see a world where I'm going to need like a bunch of these all at once. So for now I'm going to limit production to just 1 set. Alright, so let's feed the beast. Alright, and how long does it take you to make these? Did I give it everything it's supposed to? Wow, that's, I gave it plastic. Alright, well, that's, unfortunate. Okay. Try this again. Clear. We will need plastic for other stuff, but I clicked the wrong thing. It's supposed to be titanium alloy, which we don't have a ton of, but we have some of. But we all make mistakes, it's fine. This is a game where mistakes are just the thing that you can build around. This means you won't necessarily get stuff as fast as everyone else, but now, hopefully we'll be able to make some of this crap. So 10, 11, 12, we need a lot of this, but we have resources and materials, and eventually once we build 20 of those, we will have a nice storage of frame materials, which is easily expandable in this direction, and we will be expanding that. Okay, so I want to just look on the planet real quick. I do have crude oil resources here that I haven't tapped into yet. As you may recall, I do have a crap ton of oil refineries over here that are going to be using a shit ton of hydrogen, but we still don't have any reserve oil for this stuff. And the reason for that is that we're using organic crystals all the time. But to end up making the stuff for the... not the green cube. Oh, biological energy supply. That's good. A good reminder, does my robot need snacks? It does. I'm just eating straight up hydrogen though, so that's pretty simple. Now to make the graviton lens, we actually need strange matter. And to make strange matter, we need to automate this process. So that's going to take more graphene. But let's go ahead and knock this out. I could even run this graphene line over here, but that's not worth it. When we just have shuttles for days, I am going to try to work around this this crap here, though. Alright, so if we're going to automate this, and you're going to see my plan from most of the rest of the game is to drop a tower, do a thing. We do have unipolar magnets that aren't too far away, but I'm not going to worry about that today. So we need to automate this so we can automate making this, because we have deuterium supplies pretty well handled now. And our hydrogen, I did say we're going to use a ton of hydrogen. It's going to be for making Casimir crystals, which also require graphene. So just looking ahead, because we do need these to make the quantum chips through this material. We're going to be flying through that hydrogen eventually. That's why I'm banking it now. Okay, so logistics tower. Just a baby one's fine. Said just a baby one's fine. Should probably remap the F1, F2. I just complained about that kind of setup on another Discord that I'm on. I think that was in regards to Diablo 2 and how I'd never like that. So we're going to make the dumbest drone run possible here. And we don't need but like 27 drones here. We're going to demand some tiny motors, if I can find them. Here we go. So demand just a few. And then what else do we need to fabricate this? Because these particle containers are important. Copper and graphene. Ick. Fire ice is OP, is what we're saying here. Because right now my graphene supply is tied directly into my organic crystal factory, which means that eventually I'm going to need to figure out what the hell I'm doing with that. Which means what I might do, and I don't want to like do it too hard, but if I can just make it to where I'm producing a few space warpers, just enough to kickstart my other stuff here, it'll be fine. But to make a graviton lens is actually not going to be super difficult. We'll go ahead and set up a second tiny tower, since this only takes these here. And we'll go ahead and get the iron plates moving in, and the other stuff. Well, let's make it neat and pretty. At least, because you can see I'm already out of graphene. So that's fun. I think maybe production of like 4 of these is fine. And then we just put the tower like right here. That should be okay. I don't know for sure if that's going to be okay, but it's probably okay. So for this production, we're going to need iron plates and deuterium. It's great how iron plates are so needed so late in the game as well, but there we go. We don't want to go crazy on the demands here. We do kind of want to go crazy on the demands here, though, just because we have so much of this stuff and we need a place to store it. So, where's my stuff at? Particle container. But you can see I am, my graphene supply is struggling. And this is not going to be just passive builds. This is going to be an active force the issue with graphene. And I hit an obstacle there. I'm not sure what I hit though. So we're going to start with 4 of these building. I am going to need some more belts soon, which is going... Oh, Interesting. Colliding with another object. That's kind of new, but just means we're going to curve it over here. And drop this down here. And drop you down here. But yeah, these little things, as you may recall, this is what I'm using to passively build all of my logistics towers. So yeah, these little engines that are being made over here, I'm going to be going through a lot of them very shortly. But 15 per minute, that's okay for now. We're going to need to really up the graphene production though. Would help if let's see, how's our power situation doing? Not the best, but we can't all have power in a Dyson Sphere. Also, the little shimmery liquid here, in case you didn't know, that means this is being carried as a liquid, so you can store it in liquid supply. It would also help if I actually drop the goodies off on the belt. That's usually a good idea. Alright, vertical launch silo. I'm going to be such a better position for that eventually, but I still haven't decided what kind of sphere I want to be building, or like where I want to be building a Dyson Sphere. I probably don't need to be doing 3 of these. Like, my ratios are probably super off, but we're going to do it anyway because strange matter plus titanium. Ha! You know what I can do? I can do something really dumb. I can just pass titanium into here too. And because making diamonds, that requires a smelter. But diamond plus this stuff equals lenses. Alright, so let's do just that. I wasn't even planning to do it this way. In fact, I kind of started to plan this and then was like, holy hell, I'm tired. And so I stopped. So today is just a great round of BS. Brought to you by Asher. Alright. But once again, BS in building is nothing more than just saying, hey, can I find my crap that I tried to build? Alright, so what are we making? We're making strange matter, wherever it is. Wherever it is. Could be anywhere. Probably need a chemical facility instead of the assemblers. Oh, God. Wait. Why? Why, oh, why? Let's think about this for a second. Why did I plan on automating the particle colliders first? It wouldn't be because I can't make this shit in an assembler. That would be way too smart. Mistakes. Yeah. Oh, look, I got that tutorial. Okay, we have 4 of these. Am I going to need a particle collider for anything else right now? Not that. That's an assembler. No, I think anything that we need for the green cube. Pretty sure other than... oh, wow, we can actually make those in the... Huh. I thought we needed a replicator for that as well. Huh. I'm not remembering my old save correctly. Okay, well, 4 of these should be adequate then, for sure. Okay, so let's drop this line down here. Okay, don't exactly know what I'm doing, but... figure it out. Worst case is that I can't use these very well, and we'll just use them later. Because these things will have a fucking massive power draw. Like, that's just the professional term for it. Let's see, you're going to be making these things. Oh, I know what I was doing. I was smashing hydrogen into deuterium. And we don't need to really worry about that this go around because I'm just getting it all from gas giants this time. So that's why I have so much of this crap. Alright, so a little hard to see there. There we go. Low on belts, that's going to be a problem shortly. Alright, so let's feed the beast and see how badly it kicks my power grid's ass. 1, 2. But yeah, if I can make the other rods in an assembler, and I just need to like expand. Oh, what? Okay. Weird hemisphere issues, but easily solved. Alright. So, strange matter, which we will just let you accumulate here. How's our power spiking? Not as bad as expected. Pretty bad, but not as bad as expected. So, titanium now. And we will demand you, because we do have quite a bit of titanium. Probably only going to need like 600, but you see here, we're holding on a lot of this stuff. So that's good. Put this down here just for neatness' sake. How do I want to do this? Probably like this. Oh, we want to be able to expand that line if necessary. So I can just always BS it and like put my smelting facilities over here and just run a line like this. Then run a line like, oh, nope, we apparently can't do that. Okay. It's such a weird area. Alright. And we're official. Oh, no, game. Got a little hand happy there. No, thank you. What? Alright. Game's been running a little crazy on me lately. But we do need some more belts. But we can go ahead and definitely set up some smelters. And for some reason, that line did not actually automate like I expected it to. So we're just going to be making diamonds. 5 of these should be plenty, because diamonds will get produced a lot faster. So, can we smelt diamonds? This is the future. Don't tell De Beers. Because they want to hold on to their diamond monopoly. Boy, that's a fun thing to learn about after growing up with commercials that say, oh, if you really love somebody, give them a diamond. Yeah, I mean, that's fine if that's what you want to do, but I know a lot of people in my life that have just decided, you know what, we'll do something other than that, or get at least something that's not like blood diamonds, if you can even trust that kind of certification. And sometimes you can't, to be honest. Did we miss something here? Oh no. Hold up. Did I just pass titanium to make diamonds? Because that would be hilarious and stupid. And I think that's exactly what I did. So there's someone's going to be watching this. It's like, oh, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. He did it. Crap, that means we need more energetic graphene. That is a extra problem. All right, so clear. Alright, well, let's clean up this line real quick. And these sorters all have titanium in them as well, so that's annoying. Do they now, though? No, they don't. They don't. Okay. So this is fine. Everything's on fire. Nothing's being produced because graphene is like... it's needed all over the planet right now. I think we even need graphene here, don't we? No, maybe not, but we certainly need a lot of energetic graphene instead of regular type graphene. Alright, can we drop off in some boxes here? Like, I want to see how this production's going. Like, we're still just pushing through as much oil as possible. But at least we are consistently making organic crystals. So that's a plus. And we are consistently making diamonds. I'm really dumb, by the way. And you should know why I'm dumb. I'm dumb because since we have such a backlog here for diamonds, one thing I can totally do, even do it with a really bad belt here, is just make this our De Beers Tower. Slap a few drones in this. 17's probably fine. And let's just take some grabby arms here. Is that too many grabby arms? That's actually too many grabby arms. That's hilarious. Okay, so less of this shit. There we go. That's a good ratio. That's a much better ratio. Alright. So now this is going to supply here. We only need like 1,000 at a time, 800, 700 at a time, because we don't need diamonds for much more than this. And instead of relying on, oh god, are we going to stress our energetic graphene supply and demand here, why don't I just do the smart thing, and I'm already making diamonds, just send them across the planet. Which is great because we can just go ahead and clear this and fill up our inventory even more. So, third try. Diamonds. Demand. Alright, which means we don't need any of these. How cool is that? I am going to need some belts, though, so we have some titanium to hold on to. These are actually all full. Can I put some more boxes? No, I can't. Alright, so we're just gonna drop some titanium in here real quick. I promise we'll have a use for you eventually, but I can't read, so I don't know what you're actually used for here. We have our snack station over here, which is full of snacks. We're actually getting our drone research excitingly completed. We have a lot of power production over here. We still have a lot of water production as well, so that's good. So yeah, all of our stuff is trying to move. What was I coming over here for again? Probably belts. I always need belts. Maybe I in fact move this up to 5. Like the one downer is that we need a bunch of these in storage. Actually up that to 200. How much graphene do we need per belt? Looks like it's just 1, so we can actually drop the demand here a little bit. Functionally, that's not going to do a lot, but it's something. All right, so how is this power distribution system going? It's doing its best. How many more of you do we have? That's a pretty good drop-off amount. Like I said, I'm just going to be trying to do this every chance we get, because we have shuttles that we can ship that crap back and forth to. So I'm pretty sure eventually we're going to need more graphene, but for now, let's do the dumb thing. Diamonds, finally. Finally, diamonds.com. Oh crap, I forgot about that. Okay, fix it. Also fix it. Don't actually need this belt. But I'm just trying to keep this expandable so that I can use it later. Fortunately, I did not overwhelm my ability to do this. But there we go. These are all here. So this plus diamond equals... Where is it? Strange matter. Oh, we have strange matter. Oh my god. That means we're making lenses out of this. Crazy. Okay. And I'm really surprised we don't need much more resources than what we already have for the fuel station, but that's fine. We're just going to run this a little bit farther just because I am absolutely going to need to increase the production line for this later. But for now, just for the lenses, all I need to do is to do an assembler for this, and then do an assembler for space warpers, which I don't want to do too many of, but we are going to do a few. Like, this is all going to be expanded to hell later. But for now... Actually, this is way ahead of when I was expecting to be able to go into space, so that's nice. Because we're going to have to dump our inventory and do this soon. Alright. Just one here. Just one look. Because I definitely want to be doing this with green research later. So I'm not sending ships across the stars just yet because I want to make sure I have all my production in place first. But let's see. We are going to do... I love this. I'm staring at it. It's like, what am I trying to build? We're trying to build like Lincoln Logs or some shit. Which, do not disparage Lincoln Logs. Those were the shit once upon a time. Alright, so this is going to go here, and then we're just going to drop off another box right here. And this is going to be our gravity lens storage for the moment. Probably should put it on the other side, but whatever. Love that view. Love that view. Might actually... Boop. That's fine. Always looking for like a nice opportunity for some kind of screenshot that just says, you know what, this is what we're doing in this stream. So that seems like a pretty good one. Now, before I forget, let's feed these. And we're going to be able to go to space in the very near future. And these should only take lenses. I believe these stack up to 50. It might stack up to 100. It's really interesting because I didn't find myself really needing the lenses for much other stuff. But okay, what are my priorities here now? We need graphene like hell. And since I have actually managed to clear my inventory to go to space, probably one thing I can do... I mean, I do have some interstellar logistics towers. I'm supposed to. We don't actually have any of these getting produced because I need assemblers, which is exactly my plan. 5 of these will be fine. We're going to need more shuttles. And then it's time to drop off some stuff in MISC storage here. So, and like I said, it's kind of funny that I never got around to automating or building the big boxes, but at the end of the day, I just didn't need them. Oh yeah, I was gonna actually automate before I go. The one last thing I need to do, because these hydrogen fuel cells are doing great. Ooh, I could actually pass those into thermal plants or mini fusion power plants, technically. Even though I kind of skipped that step, but I still can. I mean, I have the. It's technically more efficient to burn that than hydrogen. Where's my miniature? Like, I don't think those are used for anything else. I'd have to check. But yeah, I'm sorry. I'm such a nerd. I'm getting excited about this stuff. But yeah, these produce 9 megawatts. So these would produce a lot more. You know what? I might as well have those auto build too, because it takes literally just about the same resources as this, minus the frame materials. We already have it set together there, and we can just burn our hydrogen fuel cells for days. That sounds like a plan. I like that plan. I like that plan a lot. Let's do it. Probably means I'm going to have to move my box, which is a little annoying. Maybe, maybe not. Alright. So what I say I needed for this. These 3 things. Oh, that's fun. We actually out of lead stuff? That's exciting. Yeah, I can fix that too. Alright. So we'll just drop this right here. And I could get really cute and just do something like I don't know. I could try to have both of these pass into the same box, but that seems a little dumb. Ooh, I did this wrong, but that's fine. We don't need that. We do not need the graphene here. We need the we need this stuff. So do I need a second material to make this? I need titanium. All right, that's not worth it. We'll just all right, since we have this here, let's just do it the dumb way. That's fine. Always move this back here because I've got some fixing to do. I should be automatically producing that stuff pretty well. So let's go ahead and set this down first over here. You're going to be making these, and that'll be for increasing my power supply by quite a bit. Alright, so you're already dumping these off. And you're already dumping these off. Nope, we don't need two of those. No, sir. Try that again. You're already dumping these off if you had any. And you're already dumping these off. Not very efficiently. Let's make sure those are actually what we need. Yes, we need this and processors. Everything takes processors in Dyson Sphere Program. So look at that, problem solved. Except for the whole electricity thing. Don't tell me, oh gosh, is this going to be too far to reach? Yep. Annoying, but fixable. Alright, so box here. Just going to limit this to one capacity again, because this is another passive build. I really like the passive approach here. If I can just get my supply lines in order, I'm going to be in good shape. Oh, nah, man. Texas solved their problems. They just charge people tens of thousands of dollars in overage fees. That's the kind of deregulation we all get behind, right? What's the saying? Everything's bigger in Texas, including your power bill. I've got a few of these written down, but I don't need to rub salt in the wound because, as usual, for those kind of energy policies, it's the rich getting richer and the common man that gets screwed. Screwed. Where is my... I just flew over what I was going for. Alright, so there's that graphene. We actually kind of have enough graphene going for us that eventually I will be able to do this. My question becomes, why are we not producing here? Are we not making enough sulfuric acid? Fascinating. Why are we not making enough sulfuric acid? So you're telling me I need more of these. Alright. This is exactly why I ran this line up above, is that I anticipated this being an issue later. So let's get you done. Don't mean to sound like Larry the Cable Guy. I'm very sorry about that. We need more chemical plants, which we have. One, and shit, we're gonna need the water to split over here too. Alright, I can fix that. Alright. So you there. You there. And we're just literally gonna make this messy. Put a splitter right here. So now we split the water supply. We're just going full utility hellscape right now. And this is going to go over here. And this one's going to go over here. Feed into this one. Shh, that's not what I wanted to do. I did not mean to do that. My bad. Feed into this one. See, I still have the spaghetti in me. It's all, it never really left. Key question now is, can you reach? Yes. Alright, so 3 more making sulfuric acid. Hopefully that's enough. I guess we're going to find out in a minute, because if not, I'm going to have to expand and do some sulfuric acid production somewhere else. So, stone. Which, you know, sulfuric acid's totally another one of those things that I can just ship from another planet, so that could save my butt here a little bit. But we still have an oil backup, so that's good. So there's water. It's going to be a little tricky to feed, but we'll make it work. These are a little easier to make happen. I guess I could just expand. Oh, yeah, there's not a lot of room there, it turns out. And the fun part about this is that this is going to obliterate my excess oil, because we are already kind of in a delicate balance. Did I get everything for this line? There we go. Okay, so what else is using sulfuric acid? Let's follow this drone. So 65. Like I said, I really wish I knew anything, but honestly, it'd be nice if I knew just what was being produced or how. Like, something is consuming all my sulfuric acid, and I'm just forgetting what it is. Because when you play a save like this for 15 hours or so, stuff starts to run together a little bit. I mean, it's really easy to make more sulfuric acid, and I'll do it if I have to, but I would just kind of like to know. Alright, so we are backed up on organic crystals. My whole original mission of running to grab as many organic crystals is kind of moot. I mean, I'm still going to do it because this whole supply chain is not long for this world. But yeah, like, see, we're here at 700. We suddenly have a diamond supply problem because we need more graphene, it turns out. Fascinating. Okay. If I need to make more diamonds that way, there's other ways I can make diamonds, right? If I have these things, kimberlite ore. Yeah, that might work. Alright, what's the last thing I said I want to do? I need to automate production of this, which unfortunately requires more garbage, but that's fine. Let's just get this garbage moving now. Okay. So we need some of this. This is all going to automate. I think we actually have most of the resources getting brought in already. But let's keep it neat and do another logistics tower. Because that's part of the fun, right? We just logistics tower until the towers go and take over the planet. If they have not taken over already. Alright, so how do we automate here? First off, drones. Did I use all my drones? I don't think I did. No, we got another hundo. Just said hundo, somebody slapped me. It's like I need a swear jar for slang that I should never be using. There's a lot that I should never be using because I am too fucking old. Oof, gosh. The verps are real. Okay. And not plastic. So we're going to keep these low. Keep these on demand. I'm going to need to be producing more of this. But if we can get the organic crystal going, I can free up a lot of plastic production. So there is some benefit to that. Okay, so what am I building? Building these and assemblers. That's fine. We're going to store a little more of you here. Give you something to feel good about. And since once again this is passive production, let's kill the trees. So easy. And because this is our top tier snack station, we are in fact going to just let this box get full. We are going to need these rods for later. I'm pretty sure. If we don't, for some reason, it's fine. But I'm pretty sure we do need them for something. And I think that thing's related to green science. No, it's related to small carrier rockets. So fine. I will future-proof this so that when we are eventually expanding into the cosmos and need to start automating building rockets, it'll work neatly like it's supposed to. Alright. Because we need a crap ton of rockets, I know. But for now we just need snacks. And unfortunately we need sulfuric acid. Probably the biggest need that we have. And something I did not find on another planet. So if I can find a stone outcrop, what is to make sulfuric acid? Chem plant, refined oil, stone, and water. I don't happen to have any water pumps, do I? And I can't build them because I'm lacking all the raw materials. What garbage is this? Alright, you have 100. You have not much left. Okay, I can make 4. That's more than I need. Probably might even want to drop one of these down over here. Just in case we're short on water, but it does not appear that we are. But yeah, our organic crystal's backed up because we are backing up on this. So if I just needed less plastic, like if I didn't need all this, we'd be in much better shape. How's my power? My power's not fantastic. Alright, so what I'm going to do here before I go to another planet is, or another star system. I keep saying another planet. Let's see, we're probably going to need a few more belts. So let's take all those. Just put total maximum stress on our system. Gonna need probably 2 of those. We are gonna need solar panels for days. Probably need some more miners, to be honest. Am I gonna need smelters? Am I really gonna be doing smelting off planet? I don't know, but let's take a few. How are we doing on assemblers? For some reason that word rolls off the tongue really weird. Assemblers. We have a few. Let's get a few more. Alright. And we have a crap ton of shuttles. Alright. How many more do you have? Not a ton, but once again, this is going to passively build okay. Like, this is a power supplement for our home planet, and right now, everything's being used. That's all you can really ask for at this point, is that we are dumping a bunch of power in here in spurts. It's not great, but it's enough. So right now, we're not producing any of these because we are missing these. And the reason we're missing these is because of graphene. So fire ice is high priority. Fire ice and kimberlite, or whatever it's called, both very high priority. How many space warpers did I end up getting? 86. I'm going to take all these. And we're going to have some high hopes about not screwing up interplanetary logistics this time. Although we're probably going to screw it up a little here at the beginning. And so here's these snacks. Alright, so those will work eventually. I need to automate sulfuric acid. I did automate the fuel rods, but I don't think I have fuel rods yet. I automated this, but stuttering's fun. So sulfuric acid is my big bottleneck right now. Who knew? But all these things, once I have sulfuric acid, it'll be fine. So how many chemical plants do I have? 14. So, do we have some stone? Preferably near some refined oil that we're already making. That'd be a no. This is another planet where it's really interesting. I posted on Reddit about this before, but literally one hemisphere here just has oil and nothing else. So we had a lot of room for production on the other side. Fascinating. We're not really low on stone, but where is our stone? We have a bunch here that's getting eaten up. We have some here. What do we need? We need stone to make sulfuric acid. We need stone and other things. Stone, water, and... I mean, if this is our place and we're going to make it nice and compact, then that's fine. Or oil. Ugh. Alright, well. I was hoping for some stone near some oil so I could just straight up do it. I guess this is fine. Stone, oil, water. I don't think we're going to do much better than that. Especially since our oil's backed up. Alright, cool. It works. It's right next to us the whole time. So, oil refinery. We only have 2, but honestly, do we need more than 2? We might need more than 2. Alright. So, refined oil. If I have some thermal plants. Hey, Weirdo, hope you're doing good. We're not quite on the green cubes yet, but we're close. Would be better if I could stop not producing things from much earlier points in the game. Let's see here. So if we split this out here, could totally burn off the hydrogen if I have the thermal power plants, and I don't. So we can totally store the hydrogen that comes out of here this way, and we can just use this way. Seems like a terrible way to build this, but I know my terribleness. Filter hydrogen. Okay, that was funky. This is still autosave hell sometimes. But fortunately I'm really close to being able to go to other star systems. So that's good. I don't need to be producing all the things here. I just need to be producing enough of the things here, because this is honestly a very crappy oil vein, and there's other planets that have much, much, much better oil production. All we're trying to do is to supplement our sulfuric acid production. How hard can that be? I really need to get miners before I go to another planet, or that's would be worthy of a reload, but I'm not going to reload. Alright. Alright, stone, refined oil. And then just water, right? So easy. Even Asher can do it. Alright. Although, man, I feel a little, like, actually sick, so hopefully it isn't, like, that bad. Alright, so there's water. So we got all three. So now we have a whole crappy line of this. And this is just straight up sulfuric acid. I honestly don't know if I can support more than 4 of these. I'll try 5. But that is not a lot of refined oil I'm pushing out right now, if I'm being honest. Alright, so this will go here. Yeah, we wanna build east to west if we can, for this exact reason. Because if I was building north to south, I would just have a really big mess on my hands. Alright, so paste, 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 paste. Glad I remembered that the game remembered that. But Weirdo, hope you've been doing good. It's been a very strange Monday for me. And the week's only going to get weirder. So, that'll be fun. Okay, please tell me I didn't do something wrong. This would be the kind of thing that I autopilot and screw up a little bit. Alright. I think... I said, I am not going to be producing a lot of refined oil from there just yet. Is this a supply station for sulfuric acid? Did I seriously do this in a way that makes sense? Unbelievable. Who the hell is playing this game right now? Okay. Like the spaghetti works. Alright, so it's not a lot of refined oil yet. I'm gonna maybe hook up one more oil seep if I have one that's not being used. Crap, that one's terrible. That one's being used. Those all suck. So I am running through my crude oil really hard here. So maybe I need a planet that has some crude oil on it too. Well, fortunately, organic crystals are going to do that. But that's more shit I need to ship. Well, let's see. 1.5 should be about 4 refineries before I max this out. But any extra that I get here is going to be useful. But I think the #1 goal here is going to be cut down on this whole mess. Because this is a mess just by getting organic crystals shipped over. So kimberlite ore, organic crystals. I'm looking for some other stuff that I can't think of. Alright, refineries. And look at this, just flying around now takes no power because I keep getting these upgrades here. And that means I'm going to need to research soon because my research is going well enough. And it's kind of funny because I'm going to be bottlenecked by green research for a little bit, but I'm going to push as hard as possible to make that work. I'm going to let that bake. So we are going to take some solar panels. That's one thing that we need. What did I say I needed? Thermal power stations are cute, but that wasn't what I was looking for. Power lines. Actually, that's a sneaky thing to screw up. Refineries. Only need like 2. Which means we're going to take, you know what, let's take 20. Because if I happen to get to a planet where I can ship off oil from other planets, do the whole avatar thing, that'll be very useful. Alright, so we have a bunch of plastic. And this isn't where we wanted to do this, but you can see I'm burning a lot more stuff right here. So 2.29, that can go a lot faster. I love this because now I'm like, where's my shit? I actually don't know. Am I on the wrong side of the planet? I am on the wrong side of the planet. Amazing. It would be a little faster if we did the wholesale thing, but this is more fun. In theory. So we just have little shuttles going everywhere all the time. Okay, and how stacked are you gonna get? Not as stacked as the places that are collecting from my gas giants. Alright, so refineries. There we go. I was about to say, I thought I just grabbed you guys. Oh man, there's not like a smart mouse thing or anything that says like snap to buildings in this game. That's literally just me screwing it up that many times. Alright, so yeah, this autosave is about as aggressive as the tutorial robot, who is strangely kind of shut up today. We're gonna get some more tutorials in just a minute, though. Alright, so this is probably gonna siphon off this line entirely. Let's see if it does. Because if it doesn't, I'm going to put 2 more in there. You just need power. Easy enough. Alright, so we've capped it. We know that because this is being held back quite a bit. Alright, so all this oil is eventually going to go up here. This is a lot of oil. What this tells me is that I could be refining even harder over here, can't I? Alright, well, let's do it. Uh-oh. Full up on hydrogen, that's a problem. Because look who didn't actually connect these. So that's one reason the oil reserves are getting a little low. Okay, we're actually not gonna fill that just yet. Because we got plenty of hydrogen coming from other sources. Or maybe we do. Maybe we do. Let the storage tanks do their thing over time. Alright, but we do want some more actual refined oil. So I love it. It's like, we're about to travel to other stars and shit. But first, we need to finish getting some black gold. Did I do these backwards? I did. Lame. Alright. Okay, 4, that should be enough. If I end up needing more, I will just do more later. Interesting that that's a problem now. Alright, so Copy, paste, 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 paste. Easily the best gameplay adjustment I've done in this save. Cool. Alright, so without further ado, we're about to go to another planet. I just got to figure out which one. So hopefully all of this oil is enough. We'll see. I could probably do more and produce more. So let's look at the research tree real quick. Is there anything else I can research without green cubes? 2 more drones. 2 levels of inventory is actually really important, and I kind of wish I did that earlier. So that requires green, that requires green, that requires green, that requires green. This does not require green. Vertical construction definitely doesn't. Logistics engines definitely doesn't. Logistics carrying capacity definitely doesn't. Veins utilization is more important than one of these. Alright. Probably more important than both of these, to be honest. Definitely more important than vertical construction. So we'll do the carrying capacity and this. Because these will... Eventually there's infinite research. But the research speed sucks. It doesn't like actually increase your speed. It just lets you push more research in faster. But here we go. I think we are officially at the position where we can pick up planets. Like, I want to see if some of this past production's going. Because if I need to do some more sulfuric acid, it's fine. It's funny because I've gone to other planets, and I keep saying going to other planets, but in truth we're talking about moving around to other places here. We need... It's going. And you guys are building. And you're full on of everything but particle containers. So... In fact, what I should be doing here, before I go, is putting another smelter here. Maybe even 2 smelters. So there's more fuel power. Alright, let's do 2 smelters, because that's fine. Oh, I need to get miners. Before I go anywhere, I need to make sure that I can actually mine the resources that I'm trying to mine. That would be really bad if I just screwed that up. It's like, here, you warp to other planets and can't actually get anything from them. Enjoy. Be like all that sci-fi where you're trapped somewhere and you have the world before you and absolutely nothing you can do with it. And that drone really just screwed with my vision. So here we go. We may push through our sulfuric acid production now, but we need more of these. And I know it looks really silly with those passing through there, but I'm tired of waiting. So organic crystals and kimberlite ore. Organic crystals, refined oil, and kimberlite, whatever. We're gonna actually stop the following here. Wait, what did I do? Okay. That's fine. So we have this place. Crude oil, organic crystal, and spiniform stalagmite crystal. That's sufficient to get us started, but I want to see if I can do more here. Kimberlite ore and... oh, gosh. Okay, I think we're making two stops here. Because we need fire ice for more graphene. Alright, where's our home planet? We're right here. So fire ice and fractal silicon. Fractal silicon is not very important, I don't think. So I think it's going to be Ursae Majoris. I forget what Greek letter that is. And I think those are the only ones I can see. McClab. Crude oil, fire, ice, organic crystal. Doesn't have kimberlite oil, which sucks, but it does have some of the other stuff. Alright. But these two are next to each other, so logistically that's a little easier to deal with. And we can't see in this black hole yet, but we know it has some good stuff. Alright, so let's pack our bags and get moving. I don't need Mark 1 assemblers. Why would I even do that to myself? Please just go back in here, thank you. Alright, so storage box of doom and sadness. Don't need stone bricks, don't need you. I'm carrying a bunch of this. I should put that back on the line. Organize. That's a shit ton of shuttles. I probably don't need that many shuttles. Definitely. Oh, whoops! What did I just put in the box? Okay, we wanna take our snacks. Alright. What else don't we need? We need miners. We probably will use some wind turbines at first. We have power poles. Oh god, we need solar collectors. Because I said I didn't want to use solar on my early planets, but we're done with that phase of the game. Now it's just get all this shit out here. Don't know if I exactly want to fill up my inventory with solar panels. Maybe I do. It's fine. We have the inventory. Mine. We are gonna want to fill up on some of this. Okay, that's a thermal power plant. Okay, 20 miners. So we have assemblers, miners, storage. I probably need more storage. Why do we have so many of these? Probably because I accidentally let it build. Alright. Yeah, shopping list done. Alright. Didn't mean to do that, though. Okay. Probably everything. It's gonna have to be. Except for the whole space warper thing that I never actually got out of my inventory. So what my plan is for this is that I'm gonna need much more production of this. So right now we're actually short on electromagnetic turbines, which is cute. I can probably expand this production pretty easily just by getting more copper rings in there, but we'll figure that out later. Let's start by getting the rare resources down, and we can get these cascading production failures done later, because those electromagnetic rings are really easy to make, and I need to be making more than one jar of strange matter as we go through here. So like, yeah, we have made 50 of these, we've made 84 of these. Cool, let's take them all. Alright. Good stuff. Let's press space to space. Oh, no, snacks! I am going to need more than 2 jars of Jaranara. It's like we forgot our food. Whoops. You know, I want to make myself clear here because you're totally right. This wouldn't be a 3.5 hour stream. What I was referencing was, like, I wouldn't be playing Dyson Sphere Program for that long. I probably got about another 30 minutes in me, though. So just enough time to get stuff situated on planets. So thank you for being my clock watcher, because it's true, I do have job and things I gotta do and sleep I gotta get eventually. But that's eventually. Right now we gotta go into space. Alright, so where do we decide? Not the fire planet. That one's pretty good. That one's actually appearing here, and then Zeta Artemis. Were you worth my time? Fire, ice, and fractal silicon. Not really. Alright. Spiniform stalagmite crystal. Let me remind myself what that's good for here. Because we want the optical crystal for that. We haven't found a planet with the... Okay, we want fire ice for this. Huh? You know, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's not top priority, though. Because we are producing enough of those. Fire ice will help with the production of that really well. Alright, so back to map mode. Because now we're just floating away. So... Kappa. Literally hits everything on the shopping list. How did I not see this before? Can I pin it? I'm supposed to be able to pin these things. Alright, so reach in 25 seconds somehow. Like, this literally has everything I want. Fire ice, kimberlite ore, fractal silicon, organic crystal, or optical grading crystal. It is everything. And it's all in one place, and it's all an M-type star. It's 5 light years away. So, how do we mark it? Can we bookmark it? Or are we going to have to find it the old-fashioned way? Not Kappa booties. Alright. Okay, so if we're pointing this way, it's to the right. It's an M-type star, so it's not super bright. There's a better way to do this. Oh, Kerbel. I think we had this conversation before. The champagne is not Kerbel. Okay. 14 light years. So this is just the Kappa constellation, isn't it? 5.3 light years. Is that it? I think that's it. Yep, cool. Found it. Now, I know there's a way I'm supposed to be able to highlight it, mark it, pin it. I've seen it before. I've seen it come up. I tried to take note of it. But this is a planet system that has everything, so it's a worthy inclusion for the first place to actually go to. It's a worthy place to get logistics towers set up to try and move this stuff, because I'm going to be needing to move some of this stuff back. But we have a lot of energy being used, and we're passing by some other pretty good planets that'll also be worth my time. But still exciting. It's still a lot earlier, like less than half the time for me getting into space in the other side. Plus my research is doing a lot better, so we are getting our slowdown as we get closer to here. I really hope my energy storage is enough. It's going to be a little awkward if I can't make it. And okay, you don't have enough energy to keep going, but look at that. M-type star. Ooh. Alright, we're getting pretty close to places. That's 0.18 AU. But yeah, that's a cool look. I'm a fan of just crap like that. So we have other stars that aren't far away either, so we can totally take a look, but might as well go here and then we'll check the features. That's a lot of shit on the planet. Cool. Already like it. Can we just retire here? This seems like a great place to maybe build a Dyson Sphere. Like, we have all of our resources. What do you think? And you're welcome to say something in YouTube if you look later. I know M-type stars are not like the most... What? There we go. So this has crude oil and organic crystal. Note the 82.5 per second here. Like if we look at some of these veins, like 4.12, 3.4. So this is gonna produce a lot more here. And it has silicon, no titanium. Organic crystals is what we want to be mining here. There's an organic crystal vein that's actually pretty close to some good oil veins. So that's really nice. So if I ship the crude oil back to my home system for processing, that's probably going to be a better use of my time. Okay, so that's part of the shopping list. Let's zoom out a little bit because it looks like there's a number of planets in the system. So Capitari 1 is the name of the planet. It has a small orbital inclination. It's an oceanic jungle planet. So there should be water here, but it doesn't actually have water listed as a resource unless I'm missing it. Let's look at the star for a second. Now this is 0.4 solar masses. Has a pretty small radius. Has a lower luminosity, which means it's not going to be able to produce as much energy as maybe if we did like a Dyson Sphere around an O-type star, which is going to be massive. But the nice thing is that we'll be able to plop down a Dyson Sphere faster, and we have a bunch of resources that are here already that we'll want to build on. So location, 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 kind of the name of the game here. Only 3 stars in the system, so let's see here. Ooh. Ice giant with a horizontal rotation. Unfortunately, it's not tidally locked, so that's just going to make it a weird, awkward place. But fire ice, fractal silicon, and optical grading crystal make this pretty exciting place. Solar energy ratios 48%, which stinks a little bit. Hopefully this planet has a pretty good solar, 74. Once again, that's kind of because we have the weaker star here compared to our home star, but we've got rare resources for days here. Fire ice and kimberlite ore. So these all have stuff we want. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set up some logistic stations, and I'm going to have the interstellar one launch from the jungle planet. I think that's a good plan. While we're here, is there any other stars I can't see from my home system that's very close? Like, home system's back over here. So we have 7 light years, that's too far. 11 light years, too far. 3 light years, just fire ice, but it's a B-type star. So that is a stronger star. If we want to go for more power, that's reasonably close to all of our resources. But yeah, this star isn't close to too much else, I think. Oh, we can actually see this one. Gildan. Nothing that we don't have here, but because it's a little farther away from the spawn point, it'll have a few more resources. But yeah, there's not too many other stars that I'm missing that I haven't already been able to see. Rebecca, G-type star with sulfuric acid. Okay, so we may want to tap into that. Cool. All right, Kappa time. I love the whole Kappa constellation here, but you see the Kappas are not very close to each other. It's oriented by where they appear in the sky on the starter planet, which is kind of hilarious. All right, so let's get to work. First thing we need to do is I did pick up some snacks, good. These will go a little faster. We do have 8 here. So we have a really nice crude oil patch that we landed next to, so one day there will be life on this planet in some future update. We do have a lot of coal here as well, in case I wanted to just go make some energetic graphene, but I think it's better. We have so many organic crystals here. And we have oil all over the place. And we have water as well. Silicon. If I had stone right here, and I think I do somewhere close by, yeah, I could totally just make sulfuric acid here if I want to, but since we found a planet, let's stick to the plan. So we need power first. And we're going to need to power a lot of this crap. And I don't know for sure if I brought enough energy solutions here, so the good thing is that I'll be able to go back and forth. Alright, what's our wind power generation like on this planet? 100%. Maybe I should have grabbed some more wind power. Alright, so oil extractor, wind, water, heart, go planet. Then wind over here. So, I've got a plan. That's one of the really nice things. We're pretty close to the equator too, so that's another benefit of doing it this way. Alright, so let's just throw this over here. Like I said, my only goal for the rest of this is just to get all of this kind of lined up. Although, I don't know, rare resources might be a slightly higher priority than oil, but at least I can have the oil set up, because once I have my rare resources going, we'll be able to drench our planet in oil and refineries. Like, this is pretty much 8 per second. That's pretty much my entire planet's production. Alright, so organic crystals, here's the big prize. This is what we wanted here. Look at that beautiful flower vegetation. Too bad. Look at this. So such beauty in nature that we are just going to mine over. Okay, so that'll be enough. And then that's not the equator that we want. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the usual thing. Drop this down here. Drop this down here. Drop this kind of over here. Alright. That was an actual waste. Alright, so coal and oil. We're in the future now, but we're gonna put our logistics tower pretty close to the equator, so this is fine. And this is going to be our interstellar logistics station that is going to be shipping stuff back over. So what do we got? We've got, God, what do we have? I'm forgetting. I'm so excited I forgot. So remote supply for this, for fire ice, for optical grade crystals, for I think we had some of that, and for kimberlite ore. Like, the only thing is that we don't have is fractal silicon, and fractal silicon is maybe the worst one. So we lucked into a really good location. And I know there's a bunch of oil that's not getting pumped in here just yet. Look at that! Look at that! Actual different star on the horizon. Like, I should know. I should not be surprised by any of this. But yeah, maybe I do want to go a different route. You see all these... Oh, wow, we have a lot of oil over here, too. So this is a great location for this tower, because we'll be able to pump the crap out of this area. But I see so many people just go online and like, you know what, I'm just gonna like do the biggest star possible, the biggest Dyson sphere possible. But if I'm scratch making a Dyson sphere, which is the literal name of this series and this stream, maybe the solution this time is I need foundation support. Maybe the solution here is just, you know what, you find a good home not far from your home, and if I'm going to be wanting to draw a lot of materials out of this place and potentially using some of it for production, why not just actually build or excuse me, why not actually just go ahead and build a Dyson sphere around there, and then we can start here and make stuff later. Like, it just seems kind of like a solid plan. It's a beautiful planet. We'll put a Dyson sphere around it and call it a good time. I don't have a ton of soil, so we'll need to work with that a little carefully. Oh wait, we have 107k. Is this real life? Did I actually come prepared? I thought for some reason that soil was local from planet to planet. Maybe this planet just has a lot of soil. Alright, so maybe we will go a little more than 30 minutes for my estimate here, but it's fine. This is more proof in concept at this point anyway. And I would like to get these things set up, so I don't know for sure what our power grid's going to look like here. Need more foundation support. How far can we go? Like, we have beautiful oceans here, and now I'm just painting all of this shit. Alright. I think I'm not going to be able to put a full ring around here, so I'm going to need to come back with more solar panels. I think the other thing that's pretty important that I do here is go ahead and make sure that I have this crap set up appropriately. Like, I want this to go ahead and be working. It's a good goal. Like, we want to be going ahead and storing all of our organic crystal that's being mined, which means we, oh god, got trapped by a tree. Who knew? So this will take care of everything, and we can go ahead and drop this down. We can go ahead and drop the max number of shuttles here. We can go ahead and drop some drones here. I don't know how much we'll need them, but you know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to do a second tower. The reason I'm going to have to do a second tower is that I can't set this to remote demand and send this back if I'm going to be trading between planets. It's a really good thing to realize right now. So I'm going to try my best to keep this tower off the grid. We're just going to set it up right here. And this will be fine. Let's go ahead and stress test. How bad is our power draw? Pretty bad. Cool. All right. But there's organic crystals, which are going to be important to take back. But it's exciting to see more places in the game than just what we have. And you'll notice here that I'm not dropping a bunch of stuff onto or into, there we go, drone engine level 4. That's nice. But I'm not dropping a bunch of space warpers in there right now. There's definite reasons for that, because I don't trust things just yet. It'll be fine later, but let's see. Let's put like 15 more. But yeah, I like the potential for this planet to have the Dyson sphere. I'm definitely open to other thoughts or suggestions, though. Alright, so that's right, we are going to totally cut off the flow of everything here. Because the thing is that I got to remember is that I will be back here. This isn't my only trip here. This is just first time setting up. We're going to see how badly production breaks. Fortunately, our research hasn't come to a screeching halt, so that's a good sign. What I'm hoping to come back to, though, is a bunch of stuff that's been passively built because I solved the other problem. But yeah, a whole ring of these will be a good start. And I just want to take a look at that horizontal rotation planet again, because it's not tidally locked. So it's just going to be funky. Do I decide to just... I mean... I'm going to put a marker on here, I think. We're going to go to that planet in just a second. But I'm going to put a marker on there and just see if I can use that planet to just constantly blast solar sails, if this is where I end up going. So our power production is going down, and then it's going to go back up, which is fine. Right now, we're not producing anything on here. We're literally just mining. So that's not a big deal. It'll be a big deal when we start trading stuff around later, but we can deal with that later. Right now, I'm going to literally be hand carrying a bunch of stuff home. Alright, so this over here. What resources do we have from other planets? Okay, fire ice, kimberlite, fractal silicon, and optical grading crystal. Fire ice. Okay, and let me make sure I don't have those resources wrong. Okay, fractal silicon is what I missed. Okay, so fractal silicon, like I said, that one, not as exciting. So we're not really going to go for that one. I was thinking it was this one, which is exciting. But this is fine. We'll put it on there anyway. So we're going to do remote demand, remote demand, remote demand. All right. Now the other settings we're going to go ahead and set up here. I'm not too worried about it yet, but the load needs to be maximum. The distance to warp is only... Ooh, not that. Minimum load... Ooh, okay. I'm clicking the wrong things. You can tell it's late. Distance to enable warp is only going to be 7 AU. Transport range of vessels... oh wait, no. That's AU. So we want to do 12 there. We only want to do like 8 light years distance. You must equip warpers. And this should solve our problems for sending things off. So I'm going to try to drop 50 on there to see, but I'm also going to do that. But that might not be until the next video, because right now, one thing I do need to try to do is to power this station up as well. But I'm in fact going to be throwing some different kind of things in here. So, next up. How are we doing on snacks? We're doing fine. Whoever told me you can't use hydrogen fuel rods for this was clearly incorrect. I'm totally biased. Alright, so there's another system that's promising. There's a system that's promising. There's our tiny ass star. Where the hell is our other planets? Oh. They organize themselves in a nice little row. How polite. But let's see. We want from this one... Okay, this one's the important one. And that... they're all important ones. But I think I'm probably, because of the time here, I don't know if I'm going to have time to hook up everything. But we are going to at least hook up this planet and probably start by doing Kapatari 3 on the next one. So, bloop. And look, there's water on this planet. There's just some tiny ass pools of water, but it does exist. So, orbital inclination, planet's axis is 71. I just don't know if the same side is always going to be facing, or if we're going to have a Uranus situation where it's really weird. If we do, then what's going to end up happening is I'm just going to move. Like I said, I'm going to put a marker up here. Let's see, actually, if we have our optical grade crystals and fire ice right here, I might as well just put a damn logistical tower right there. Because that'll tell us real fast if this works. Because fire ice and the other thing, that's exactly what we want. So, yeah. Now the fun part is, because this is a horizontal planet, that the rotation's going to be weird. We almost hit the North Pole already. So let's go ahead and put our tower up here. This might not be the best place for it, but we're going to at least drop a tower on the pole. You know what's great about this game is that I don't even have to really use that tower for anything. It's literally just a signpost. Alright, so fire ice. We do want a tower in the middle of these. And we're just going to go ahead and put some gatherers here. I was not expecting to find these this close. So this is a really big deal that I found these early. This is going to let us shortcut some green science production really hard. One thing I meant to check and see is how much is on here. 1 million. So yeah, that's the entire amount on the planet. But that's still a really big get. So we'll just let you start mining now. And you are going to be taking these and you're going to be doing remote supply, local supply. Cool. Then you can just move right down here and go right in the hole, maybe, perhaps, possibly. There we go. See, what I was doing before was having stacks of boxes. And that's okay. What I should have been doing was having towers. Turns out the answer to everything in this game is build more towers. Which makes it very different from Factorio. Alright, so there's that setup. So I need to be dropping power on here as well, but we're going to do the same thing here. We're not going to let you warp. At all. Like, you should never be warping. How do we do that? Distance to enable warp. 60 AUs. But transport range of vessels is going to be 1 light year. Okay, well that's technically within our star system. So that's fine. That's going to keep these local, and that's all we really want. So fire ice, local supply, remote supply. So like I said, what I should have been doing before, and is this all the fire ice on this planet? No, this has a lot of fire ice. Okay, but this is all we need to get started. Alright, 1 and 2. Yeah, I had to travel pretty far to get this crap last time. So this is really nice. And I think I will be grabbing some more windmills next time. I know it's an early game power thing, but it is nice to at least just be able to say, okay, we can power these independently to get our production flow started. Because it's all about the workflow efficiency. All I've ever wanted to do is be efficient. Alright. So this will go here. And we're going to have a shit ton of fire ice, and that's exciting. So, we're fairly close to the horizon. There's 2. Look how many drones we had. We started this game going so slow. And now the drone swarm is real. And look at how much this tower is going to be able to carry. In fact, we do put 10 shuttles here. And we're not going to power it yet, so they can't actually go anywhere yet. Because we need to soup this bad boy up. Now, like I said, one of the things that's a little tough about the horizontal here is that I haven't actually been on a planet that has this situation before. So the whole ring horizon could be a really bad idea. But if you've watched this channel for any amount of time, you know that bad ideas are some of my favorite ideas. So we're going to do it anyway. So let's go ahead and do the wrap-up while we make a ring of solar power around here. What the plan is going forward is that we're going to build a Dyson Sphere. I'm proposing building it around this M-type star. It's not as efficient, but it's pretty and it's chock full of rare resources. Yes, that is correct use of the term chock full. So it looks like I'm going to be keeping my production kind of on my home system for now, but there is a lot of building room here. I can definitely start transitioning once I get the power from the Dyson Sphere. There are enough resources here that I can start transitioning my builds to other stuff. There's copper, there's iron, and there's a few other systems nearby. There's copper, iron, there's titanium and silicon, which is all the crap we're really going to need. But yeah, I definitely want to know y'all's thoughts for anyone who's watching and stuck around all this time, which, by the way, thank you again, Barren. Thank you for sticking around and enjoying a fairly long but hopefully relaxing stream, which included some Dyson Sphere Program. Weirdo who popped in before. Hello, welcome. And good to see you pop in here again ever so briefly. Spellzap, who was here before for the FF1 randomizer run, gave some very good sagely advice, which is actually good life advice as well, is that if you knew you were going to fail, why did you do it? Definitely words to think about, because we talk about failure a lot in this channel, and if you know you're going to do something dumb, maybe not do it. Don't need to be self-destructive, whether it's a video game race or whether it's something else going on in your life. So I think I'm going to have to come back with more solar panels, which is okay. They will build. It's going to take a little bit of time. But yeah, we have lots of titanium here, so that'll be pretty good. I kind of want to keep like 100. I think, you know what, I will close off the stream here just by going to the 3rd planet, just so we can have it all in one place. And we'll do the setup there next time and finish the little logistical loop. So let's get 50 more solar panels on here. Get some power started, see if we can get those ships moving in system, because we have wired half the world. Like I said, one thing I want to see is if that north logistical tower actually stays in the sun, because if it does and this is tidally locked, that's great. But I have a feeling, like I said, this is going to be more like a Uranus situation. And there's our fractal silicon, which is not a very important resource. Maybe that'll change during early access, but what was I saying? Yeah, Uranus, it takes a really long time to orbit the sun, but it's horizontal, but it's not tidally locked. So half the year, one side is facing the sun, another half of its year, another side is. So a tidally locked planet means one side is facing the star the whole time. But you can see we're getting some freaky horizon shadows here, which I love. Okay, so, but at least for the time being, if we keep this kind of on the horizon, hopefully, whether that looks so cool. It looks so cool. Oh, there we go. There's our pen button. Why didn't we get that before? Okay. I knew I wasn't crazy. But the hope here, as we look at our power grid here, it's not a ton, is going to get kicked in the teeth when we hook up this power stuff here, but we're trying our best. So here's this. Here's this. This is all fine. And ow, 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 ow. One more drone. And we don't have enough charge. We do have 10 drones. Can technically put 2 light years in case that's a difference here. I guess it's because... Oh, nope, there one goes. We have our first shipment on another planet. So, that's exciting. So, like I said, I don't think this is going to stay in the sun the whole time, but we're gonna give it a shot. So right now our power grid's getting kicked in the teeth. Eventually I'll be able to send accumulators interstellar style, and that'll be exciting. But since I said I was going to do it, and we only have enough snacks to really do it a little bit longer anyway, so we are a little time capped here, just by virtue of me not bringing appropriate materials. There's one. There's our ice planet again. So yeah, that's so cool. I'm figuring out the game enough to do this the first try. 2.4 AU. If I was a wasteful person, I would totally be using a space warper right now. But yeah, like I said, that's the sign off that I did before. I don't have too much else to say other than thank you guys for sticking around. It's been fun doing this. Obviously, we're getting closer to the end here, so I'm starting to think about maybe the kinds of videos, series, things like that I want to do next. And I have some ideas in mind. I think I might open up the viewer's choice again, which is something I used to do on my YouTube channel. Actually, it's really interesting because some of my most popular series, even while my channel was inactive, was the viewer's choice videos, just because those ended up being games that nobody else was doing, looking at, playing. So it's like, here's a series of this right here, just because people ask for it. So that's fairly exciting. But I kind of have 2 things on my mind that are similar in genre, or like similar in like literary genre to Dyson Sphere Program. They're both sci-fi games, but they're both departure from Dyson Sphere Program. So what kind of planet is this? Splat. This is just a barren desert planet. We have not actually been to a planet like this. This could be a pretty good production planet. Granted, it has no wind power, and it has 25% solar, and it does have kimberlite ore, a lot of kimberlite ore. Oh man, we got actual legit craters on here too. That's super cool. But yeah, actually a planet with no wind. How have I not seen this? Okay, anyway, there's our kimberlite ore. It looks cool. I didn't actually use that at all in my last save here. So yeah. And that is not the whole amount of it. Maybe there's another more convenient location of it. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. This is Asher, and we have 2 really big veins on the dark side. So I'm just going to fly over this literally no atmosphere barren planet out in the distance. It's cold out here. There must be Icarus in the atmosphere. I've seen that movie way too many times. And yet it's still a good movie. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. This is Asher. Thanks y'all for watching, and we will do this again. Oh, look at even the little dust effects. Oh, this is early access. Amazing. Okay, I'm gonna be done geeking now. Oh gosh, and just look at how far away that tiny little star is. How can we not slap a Dyson sphere on that? Seriously, guys. Someone can shoot me down though if you want. There's our, oh my gosh, blue giant is looking really big in the sky too. We'll pin that one. yeah, that's it for now. This is Asher. Thanks for watching. I suck at sign-offs. Look for other stuff on the channel. As of this video, tomorrow's the release day for Curse the Dead Gods. Dawn of the Mexica has been really interesting so far. I have some pending videos on that'll come up. Who knew the recording size for those videos would be 5 gigabytes for those graphics, but whatever. And obviously Dyson Sphere Program is still going strong until we finish building a Dyson Sphere. Maybe around this one. We'll see. But that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. Take care.